college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Gators about to kick it away and get this season started. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Pulls and fires complete. At the 40, there he goes. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
He's got the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start where everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Off play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the... Converts on fourth down, still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Let's talk for a second about NC State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Wolfpack!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's chat about Florida. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Jones to throw. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. It's complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Daniels. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Jones wants to throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down second to 16.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
And here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. He lets one fly deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's caught. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Hauls it in. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and throw into the end zone? And it's picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Turning it on. The 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Gator. He got a step and just dusted the field. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Quick strike complete. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw again. Got it. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. He caught it. He gets gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They have some time here late in the half. Jones to throw. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. On the move at the 30. Down the seam on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
With the catch, it's Abrams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Jones wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Break! Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! A great catch and run for 6.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Tight end getting vertical. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. NC State quick to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Still running at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On the ground, it's Allen. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as He's got the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jackson. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's West. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Jones to throw. Got the back over the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing.
On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking for an open area to his left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Lobs it off the back foot. Makes the grab along the left sideline for the huge gain. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And that one will give him the lead.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Central Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Rides the back and leaves it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. He's going to take off.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. Complete to the left. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Gators have moved it inside the 20. Takes a handoff. It's Daniels. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Looking for the score. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive to the turnover.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Complete to start this drive. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or...
There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps
One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the NC State Wolfpack. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Gators have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds.
Got it. Here we go.
Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Jones to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Let's talk for a second about NC State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
3:25.
Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Release to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Daniels. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Gators want to move quickly.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a 1st down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Jones wants to throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Gators.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Fires left. Picked off. What a play by this defense.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll go back to work on offense. Makes the catch. It's Abrams. Hits the afterburners. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. With the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Jones to throw. Gets rid of it. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And that's his 2nd big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the 1st quarter.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space. It's Allen. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, NC State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on 1st down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
This should be the last play of the quarter. misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get... Go ahead and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Now the play fake. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry?
Who doesn't love the old flea flicker? Seriously, we practice these all the time. You practice a couple trick plays a week, and you practice the situation. Where on the field you might want to run it. Flea flicker executed nicely.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And the Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Jones to throw. Puts it out of the air. They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the single back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle from those?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the red.
Catch in stride inside the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Florida! All that
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box. The play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Trying play action. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's West. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Finding an escape route. Turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Gators getting it done on the ground with their quarterback. That'll make you toss your visor in celebration.
Yeah, that'll definitely get you jacked up, and the orange and blue going nuts. They love to see a guy with energy, with emotion, that can make plays at the quarterback spot.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Offense working from the pistol. They'll run play action. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Taking it the other way. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Give to the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack.
And that ball's free behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Gator. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defenders.
It's a fake, and the holder's showing off that arm. They're going to get him, and this offense now has even more work to do. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The short hands, it's Jackson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. The play action fake. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Nestled just inside that right upright. That gives them a little breathing room, now up 24-20.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run play.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Florida! They take the lead with the 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything.
The fake and a little shuffle. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it, and forcing the incompletion.
Lost to fire on second down. Close to the marker, gets Allen. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes the grab on the back. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Wants to adjust the pattern. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Big play coming up right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Oh, they're after him! And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's 3rd and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on 4th down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Reese, never a doubt. Are you kidding me? They had a 2-yard cushion there. Like, he knew exactly where he was on the field, trying to throw the ball down the field, create some space, right, to make it easier for your play caller. Quarterback gets sacked, but thank goodness it wasn't a safety.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage. down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Off the RPO, complete. At the 35, he's open. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown, Gators! Once he got some room, it was over. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He's got it on the right. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off play action on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Jones wants to throw it. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 1 second, you feel your own goalpost breathing down your neck. Now you're searching for the end zone. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the fourth time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots. And a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Looking for space. It's Overton. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Line is set on third down. Back to the ground game on the left. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you can throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
At the 35, he's got room. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse. Turning it on! They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big...
Racing down the left side. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll try the run. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
This has to be some kind of trick. The punt team's on the field and they're in the red zone.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Jones to throw. Makes the catch. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
But he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw it. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ballgame. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play, because that was a critical turnover.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Tosses to the quarterback. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway